One company controls more of the AI memory supply chain than almost anyone realizes, and it happened almost by accident. SK Hynix controls roughly 57 to 58% of the global HBM market by revenue and posted record operating profit in fiscal 2025, roughly $33 billion at prevailing exchange rates. HBM isn't just expensive to make, it's scarce, complex, and each new generation has to be qualified for major customers. That combination gives suppliers enormous pricing power when capacity is tight. In Episode 1, we traced $700 billion in AI spending to 6 layers of infrastructure. This layer looks like a winner-takes-all market, but the reason one company dominates it, and why that might not last, comes down to a single race. HBM makers don't just sell a spec sheet. Major customers, including NVIDIA, test and approve each generation before volume deployment. Each generation, that means months of thermal, electrical, and reliability testing before a single chip ever ships in volume. SK Hynix qualified early on NVIDIA's key HBM generations. That head start compounded over time. Samsung spent much of 2024 and 2025 working through NVIDIA's HBM3E qualification process. Those delays gave SK Hynix a crucial head start during the Blackwell ramp. By the second quarter of 2026, SK Hynix's company-wide operating margin had reached 76%, an extraordinary level for a memory manufacturer. But this isn't over. HBM4, the next generation, just reopened the entire race. In February 2026, Samsung began mass-producing HBM4, and by June, reports indicated NVIDIA had certified all 3 suppliers, SK Hynix, Samsung, and Micron, for its next-generation Vera Rubin platform. But certification isn't the same as volume. Analysts estimate SK Hynix still holds 60 to 70% of Vera Rubin's HBM4 orders, with Samsung around 25 to 30%, and Micron the rest. Micron is the smallest of the 3, but it's not standing still. The company says it has already contracted its entire calendar 2026 HBM supply. In the first quarter of 2026, TrendForce projected conventional DRAM contract prices to jump as much as 95% quarter over quarter. Every previous memory supercycle eventually ended in oversupply and falling prices. Nothing here guarantees this one is different. Which brings us back to the 3 questions this series always asks. Where's the bottleneck? HBM. Who controls it? SK Hynix for now. Can they earn the capital back? So far, spectacularly. But memory cycles always turn eventually. SK Hynix won this round by being early. But for the biggest AI accelerator volumes, the company that decides who gets through the gate is NVIDIA. That's Episode 3.